All right, we're taking a look at number 3 from 6.1. So we're going to have to take the two equations that they've given us, and we're going to have to get them into slope-intercept form. In other words, we're going to have to get the y by itself on both of them. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the 2x over to the other side, so it'll be negative. And then we have to get rid of that -3, so we're going to divide each term by -3. So that's going to get us y equals, now a negative divided by a negative is going to turn this into a positive 2/3. And then another negative divided by a negative is going to turn this into a positive 1/3. All right, let's go in here and look at this other one. So we're going to move the 4x over to the other side, so it'll be positive, sorry. And then we'll divide by 6 to each one of the terms. So we end up with y equals, now 4 over 6, we're going to have to divide the top and the bottom by 2 to reduce this fraction. So we're going to get 2/3. And then same thing with 2 over 6. We're going to have to divide by 2 to both the top and the bottom. So we're going to get positive 1/3. Now what you'll notice is that this is actually the same line twice. So for this one, our y-intercept is going to be 0, 1/3. And then our slope is 2/3. So I would go to 0, 1/3 and put a dot. And then from there, since they're both positive, I'm going to go up and to the right. So up 2, right 1, 2, 3. Up 2, right 1, 2, 3. So something like that. I'm going to go ahead and draw the line through that in green. All right, and then the blue one's the same line. So it's going to be a line on top of a line, right? So we would have another one right on top of it. So the solutions would be infinitely many because they touch infinitely many times, right? It's like, where do they intersect? Every point on this line. Okay, so we're going to get infinitely many solutions. Let's go in and try to graph this. It's one thing to be able to do it ourselves, and it's another thing to do it in MyLab Math. So 0, 1/3 up 2 over 3. I'm just going to put some random points here, okay? So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to edit it. It's 0, 1/3. So submit. And then for the next one, if I'm at 1/3 and I go up 1, 2, then I'll be at 2 1/3 for the y value. And then I went over 1, 2, 3. So one of the other ordered pairs is going to be 3 for the x and 2 1/3 for the y. Or in other words, 3 for the x. And when you're taking 2 1/3 and you're making it improper, you multiply the 2 times the 3 and you add the 1. So 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 1. This is going to be 7/3. Whatever's in the denominator stays in the denominator. So I'm going to put 3, 7/3 in there. So let me edit this one to 3, 7/3. All right. And it's the same line twice. I wonder if it's going to make me graph it again, because that's kind of weird. Let's see what it does. Oh, I just graphed the 1. Okay. I didn't know if it wanted me to graph a line on top of a line or not. So it was a little bit tricky to get MyLab Math to graph this because of the fractions. So keep in mind, if you're at 0 1/3, right? And you know that you're going to go up 2. Well, that's going to affect the y value going up. So we're going to add 2 there. And then you go to the right 3. Well, that's going to add 3 to the x value. And that is how I got the 3, 7/3. So just go to your calculator if you're, don't want to do it by hand. And so we have 1/3 that we had to add 2 to, right? And that's where our 7/3 came from. I'm just really making sure that was clear because you're probably going to have a different fraction than I am. And I just want to make sure everybody can get it right on their particular problem. Okay, you guys. Hopefully this helps you out with your number 3, which was kind of tricky. Take care.